How's it going, everyone? I am Carmen Michael, the professional mic holder.
Everyone, it's Alexis Cardoza.
What's up, everybody? It's the Wild Rhino Clark Connors from Njpw Wrestling, and I am here getting wild, drinking an 805.
Hey, this is Billy Starks.
Njpw and Bison. I ran out of booze.
I am the fire starter, the Carney killer. I am born to die, Jake Christ.
This is Bobby Olson.
This is Anthrax of H2O.
My name's Christopher Landon, Anthony Streeter.
My name is Frank Minetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Red Air and one half of the PH Boys from Hood Classic Entertainment, representing the Hood Boys, the PH Boys, Purple Haze, Prince Alexander.
This is Martin Stone, the original strong style hooligan.
And today, you have the privilege
of drinking at Moe's.
And you know I'm drinking with Mo.
And you are drinking at Moe's.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started, that I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinking at Moe's be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're filling out your order, use the code Drinking at Moe's, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's
How's it going, everyone? I am Carmen Michael, the professional mic holder.
Everyone, it's Alexis Cardoza.
What's up, everybody? It's the Wild Rhino Clark Connors from Njpw Wrestling, and I am here getting wild, drinking an 805.
Hey, this is Billy Starks.
Njpw and Bison. I ran out of booze.
I am the fire starter, the Carney killer. I am born to die, Jake Christ.
This is Bobby Olson.
This is Anthrax of H2O.
My name's Christopher Landon, Anthony Streeter.
My name is Frank Minetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Red Air and one half of the PH Boys from Hood Classic Entertainment, representing the Hood Boys, the PH Boys, Purple Haze, Prince Alexander.
This is Martin Stone, the original strong style hooligan.
And today, you have the privilege
of drinking at Moe's.
And you know I'm drinking with Mo.
And you are drinking at Moe's.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started, that I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinking at Moe's be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're filling out your order, use the code Drinking at Moe's, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's fucking go. All right, everybody. Welcome to my 2 cents on the Drinking at Moe's channel. You know the drill by now with YouTube, subscribe, share, all that good shit. Because that YouTube algorithm is a pain in the ass. And you know what, Nate, you got something to tell people what to do with a like button today.
So if any of you saw a couple of weeks ago, Mo and myself, we attended a Wrestling Revolver show. We had a video where the grizzled young vet say, if you don't subscribe, comment, and what I'm going to say next, you better grit your teeth. I recorded that video. It scared me. So what you need to do is you need to hit that like button. Hit it like All Ego Ethan Page hit Mark Sterling with an ego's edge at Final Battle.
I wish you could pin Mark Sterling still get the win, or make Mark Sterling say I quit. Oh, here we go! Sterling going for a ride!
Hell yes.
And then the signature line, let's fucking go.
Yep. And don't forget about leaving a review on the damn audio channels. That also helps some there. So, as of this recording, we're getting towards the end of the year. And you know what? Lots of people end up doing, end of the year awards. So I'm like, yeah, shit, why not? Let's do one.
Yeah.
And you know what? As we always say, this is my 2 cents. So this is our opinions on who we think deserve the awards. But if you disagree or you think we left somebody out, leave a comment on the video.
There's that Dr. Pepper again.
Yep. And leave comments on the social media platforms when this gets posted about, because you know what? We'll include it, and we'll talk about what other people thought. All right.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a video where someone gets on something and we're like, hey, so-and-so shit on us. Okay, it'll be a 5-minute video. We'll wrangle it.
All right. So,
get it.
We'll start off with the big one, Wrestler of the Year.
Okay.
All right. So, there's probably a lot of people that might think, Roman Reigns with the run that he's on. But here's the reason I am not talking about him as being the winner of this for me. If you've seen the pictures out there where it's like stats from Roman's title reign against some of the people that are ahead of him in the longest ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the amount of times that each of them has actually defended the title. Yeah, no, I'm not going to give, okay, he is doing some of the best work of his career so far when he's there. But I'm not going to call him Wrestler of the Year when it's okay, he shows up every other, month?
Yeah, about that.
So, for male on the national scale here, MJF. He's held the AEW title this whole year, headlined the biggest event of the year, and is just on a crazy ass run that has definitely it's had its moments here lately where it's been kind of with all of the no fault of his own injuries and shit. But even with some of the injuries, some of the stuff that they've been able to come up with to kind of keep him in there but not really have him in the ring, I've been enjoying myself.
Oh, yeah.
So on a national scale, I don't really think there's much of an equal for male Wrestler of the Year here. That's just me.
And plus, on top of that, not only is he AEW World Champion, he's also the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, that's a whole another fucking issue.
But I did read somewhere that in light of Adam Cole's injury, Tony Khan is floating ideas to take those titles off.
Oh, I think they might be doing it. As of recording this, I think they might be doing it next week.
Mm-hmm.
With going up against the Devil's minions.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But I guess when this comes out, we'll see.
We'll figure it out. It's kind of like when we recorded the same night as Wrestle Dream, and we're sitting there going, "Hey guys, we're on Edge Watch. He might show up." And like 45 minutes after we get done recording, I'll be damned. Facebook blows up at it. Edge is showing up on AEW. It could be one of those.
It very well could be. Very well could be. I don't know what's for you, male wrestler of the year.
So my male wrestler of the year, it could go on national or on Indy.
Because I got a separate one for independence.
The one that I picked, you can go either way.
Okay. Now,
I originally had about a page and a half of notes for all of this, and I was like, wait a minute, this is not his career. He's not going into a Hall of Fame yet.
Your video's frozen.
So is your video.
There we go.
Okay.
You're good now.
Oh, it is kind of crappy outside, so you never know. So where was I? Oh yes, it's for the year. It's what he's done over the year, not his career. So the guy that I picked, Will Ospreay.
Okay, solid choice. I can't argue that.
And if you can explain to me one person that's had a better 3-month run this summer than Will Ospreay, I'd be happy to listen, and I'll also wait.
Yeah, no,
we don't have time for that. So in my notes, and where I read Forbidden Door, he beat Kenny Omega. That was in June. In July, he beat Okada. I would attempt his first name. I'll fuck it up someone worse than someone that does my last name.
And he had the match at All In with Jericho.
And then he beats Jericho in August. Those are 3 names that are considered legends in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That right there, in my view, puts him right up there.
Oh, yeah. I can't argue that.
I put in there that he's national because he's shown up on AEW. He's shown up on Impact, and I'm not sure. I think that's just for the working relationship with New Japan.
He just signed with AEW.
He just signed with AEW, and the funny thing about that is that his contract with AEW allows him to live in the UK and still do select dates with New Japan, which works out because another thing, he's the last IWGP United States champion or United Kingdom champion, however you want to work it.
And hell, he could be the very first.
He could be the very first.
Of the new title they got coming.
No, the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, I think, is what they're calling it.
I'm spacing off on the name of it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not as ugly as their world title, but you never know. I mean, their TV title, I always have high hopes when someone introduces a title. When they introduce the TV title, I'm like, oh, cool. It'll look good. And it looks
like a box.
It looks like a box, like a TV. Okay, so
a crappy one.
That's who I have as both my indie, because he does do some indie dates with Rev Pro and some of the other ones over in the Europe area. So that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, he's actually 2 weeks ago he was at a Rev Pro show and he said that he's going to take some time off because he's basically been go.
Yeah.
So
no, I can't argue that.
Player of the year.
So for me, for independent,
okay,
it's kind of hard because there's 3 people, no, 4 that I have that, and one is here locally that you can put on here for me. First one, just because of the sheer schedule that the guy keeps and the quality that he's putting on.
Right.
John Wayne Murdoch. He's a damn machine with the schedule he keeps. Second, Matt Cardona.
Okay, yeah.
Again, the schedule he keeps and how he's just a self-made person after getting.
That's a guy that's also a machine. I mean, you just see him showing up everywhere.
Yeah. Third, Jake Christ, Revolver champ right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving the lead up to winning the title, and then the run that he's been having with the title, not just defending it at Revolver.
Right.
There's no arguing that.
Mm-hmm.
Locally, and he's obviously other places than locally.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Fowler, all steel. Jay Fowler. I don't think there's anybody that can argue that he is not been that he has not been an epic champion for Magnum and all sorts of other places.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he even said it last whenever he won the title. Was it January, February? He even said that he wanted to be the ace of Magnum. And the funny thing is that phrasing, ace of whatever, that's a Japanese term. You don't hear that.
Hiroshi Tanahashi, the new president of New Japan.
You don't hear Roman Reigns sitting there talking about being the ace of SmackDown, WWE. You don't hear Seth Rollins talking about being the ace of Raw, WWE. You don't hear any of these guys do that. Yeah. But you have Jay Fowler saying he will be the ace of Magnum. That right there just made me go, this guy's got it. I mean, you and I have both known that he's had it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, shit.
For a while.
We watched this dude when he was wearing a mask.
Yeah. Yep.
And
I was probably one of the few for a while when he was actually still wearing the mask. Mm-hmm. I was probably one of few people outside of the fellow wrestlers and their families that actually saw him without it before he started working without it. So
there's that.
Definitely nothing but love for him there. Now, as far as now I got a little audience here with my dogs. We got a Foster, Frenchie, and then my big boy right here. So I'm gonna move these so they don't make a mess. But moving on, Women's Wrestler of the Year. Now, they're national TV, especially, a lot of people that could be put in this category. Me, it comes down to kind of a two-way tie for me.
Okay.
They're pretty damn close. First, Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
And second, Athena. The runs that they are having with their respective titles.
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
In my opinion, Athena is having more quality matches in her run, but that's not taken away from everything that Rhea Ripley has been able to do. I mean, the work that she's doing with Judgment Day and even doing her best trying to get Dom over. Props. What about you?
I don't know. I don't know if there's anything she could do to get Dom over.
Hey, she's doing her best. And hey,
so
damn impossible job. She's doing her best.
It is an impossible job, especially when you got everyone booing and then they pipe in the booing. I've heard some places they pipe in booing because not everyone's doing it.
Yeah, I can verify from the one time that I've been in the audience, it's pretty damn loud.
So I only have two. I have an Indy and I have a national. And
I got an Indy one too.
I'm on the same level as you. I have Rhea Ripley as the female wrestler of the year. In my view, what I've seen, what she has done, it kind of reminds me of a modern age female version of Hulk Hogan. Without the backstage politics to keep the title on her.
Yeah.
I don't care what Eric Bischoff says in his fucking podcast. Everyone knows that Hulk Hogan used backstage politics to keep the title because there's a handful of guys that could have beat him in that entire 4-year run. Besides that.
Yeah.
I say that she's like the modern day female version of Hulk Hogan because when Hulk Hogan was champ, you just see, they feed him these bad guys, whether they're generic, whether they're genuine, they would just feed him. And the commentators always say, "Oh, I think his championship is due to be changed. If someone's going to take his title," and the next thing you know, he wins the match and his reign continues. Rhea Ripley is the same way. They feed
with good people,
with good people. They feed her everybody. They feed them anyone they can find. I mean, I hate to say it, but the Raw roster isn't very deep.
They're getting better.
They're getting better, but a lot of the talent is on SmackDown.
That is true.
I hate to say that, but they do have some talent there, and they just keep feeding. They keep feeding. They keep feeding, and she keeps beating and beating, and she continues with her reign. And it's like, okay, so right now, the only people that I see beating Rhea Ripley is Rhea Ripley. The only way that belt's coming off of her is if she blows something out on her body. And I'm not talking something popping out. I'm talking about she blows a knee or she breaks a leg. That's the only way that title's coming off.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but the only person I would see that actually has a legitimate chance is Raquel
Rodriguez.
I got back into her NXT days. Sorry. So that's the only one that I thought of, and she's already beaten her like 3 or 4 times.
True.
So, and now we're getting into the what would you call them? The smaller ladies. Because that what's the next pay-per-view coming up? Day 1. It's going to be Rhea Ripley versus Ivy Nile. Guess who's going to show up Monday with the Raw Women's Championship? It's probably going to be Rhea Ripley. They're building towards something. I just don't know what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, do you want me to do my Indy, or do you want to do yours?
I'll go first here.
Okay,
so I got a couple. One can be a mix of national TV and independence. Other one more independence. So I'll start off with her. But the work that she is doing with being a part of things with Matt Cardona is just, she's doing amazing things and she's all over the place. I'm talking about Steph DeLander. Amazing stuff. She's doing great across the board.
Oh, yeah.
And my one for that could be a mix, Masha Slamovich. Doing amazing work with Impact or TNA, whatever we're calling them now. Because I know by the time this comes
Impact
out,
now until the 13th.
Yeah, so we're getting close to the time where they're going back to TNA. But, then you go into the independence with stuff like winning the GCW title off of Nick Gage, of all people. She is just all over the place doing amazing stuff. I don't think how there could be any argument that she wouldn't at least be in the running for an award like that.
Okay, so
What do you got?
I went different. Oh, that Mountain Dew.
Ah,
That's your thing. I don't want to encroach any more gimmick infringement. So, so my choice for the Indy Female Wrestler of the Year, Sierra.
Okay, solid choice. Solid choice.
And it's one of those things where just a couple of weeks ago, she took on Jay Fowler for the championship, and from what I've heard, because you and I weren't there, we were busy watching Revolver and enjoying the fuck out of ourselves. It was a hell of a match.
Yeah, I've heard good things about
which is funny because
the
if you
aftermath, not so much.
We don't care. We don't care about the aftermath. We don't care about that.
Yeah.
Even though a portion of the aftermath is going to wind up on my list, we'll get to that later. But what the people in Omaha found out that night is something that most people in the Midwest already know.
Yep.
You put the right person in with Sierra, or you put Sierra in with the right person, either way,
you're going
to have a hell of a match.
Yeah.
You're going to have a banger of the match, as the kids say now. And
whether it's female or male, across the board, equal opportunity ass kicker, for sure.
And I remember when she first showed up to a Magnum show, which was back in May, I believe, May of this year. And I looked over at you and said, "This chick is freaking awesome."
Yep,
I remember
some of her.
This chick kicks ass.
Yeah, I've seen some of her other matches with Fowler and other places all over the Midwest, and yeah.
Oh yeah,
no argument from me there.
That's who I got.
All right, so now on to tag team of the year. All right, so I got it split up into national TV and independents. First one, national TV for me. I struggled with this one a little bit because I'm a big fan of independent. Well, not just independent, but tag team wrestling. Huge fan of tag team wrestling. And national TV, it's been getting better because it used to be kind of an afterthought. But for me, national TV tag team of the year, I'm going with the Acclaimed. Going from being the tag champs to being the trios champs now, they're on a hell of a damn run. And good Lord, I've joked about it plenty, but I'll say it again because I truly believe it. It takes somebody like them to be able to get over scissor me daddy ass.
When I first heard that, I just got my hands dropped. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And
I'm loving it.
And well, that's when they first started it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, this works. And then you see they go to the corners and they do the whole scissoring thing. It's like, okay.
And then the crowd's going, "Oh, scissor me, daddy." Oh God, I'm loving it. Loving every damn minute.
No.
I do have a female one of the year, but you
go
on your thing.
So when I was doing my tag teams, mine wound up. I had the criteria. They had to be a tag team. So 90% of what you see on TV, whether it's AEW, whether it's WWE, they're automatically disqualified because they're thrown together.
Yeah,
you can make the case that Damian Priest and Finn Balor are a tag team because they're in a group. Well, congratulations, but guess what? That's not what I'm going with. I'm going with an actual tag team.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, my national tag team of the year. Hey, get out of there. Sorry, my dog has decided to join the party.
All right.
My national tag team of the year is also the Acclaimed.
All right.
Because, you know, and it was a toss up. It was a toss up between the Acclaimed and FDR. I went with the Acclaimed because, well, you the scissor me daddy ass, and you know the FTR, you know, they could be considered the greatest tag team around, but they don't exactly have the win. They did have win loss record to prove it. Now it's kind of like they're just showing up.
Yeah.
And
right.
and the funny thing is, did you happen to notice that they have trios, the custom
the thing on the back where it can.
Did you happen to notice how much they were?
I have not even tried to look because I know I wouldn't be able to get it.
$5,000.
Holy fuck! Okay,
I think they were numbered too.
All right. Before we get into more with tag teams of the year, we got to thank and take time out for a sponsor. Perfect segue going from ass to Dick Pizza.
Pizza lovers, I'm Dick, and I'm here to announce the grand opening of my brand new pizzeria, Dick's Pizza. Not sure how much dicks you can handle? No sweat, because even our smallest dicks are 10 inches long. Pardon? There's a bunch of dicks at your door, we deliver. So get off your computer and eat dicks. For more information, click here. It's big and it's gooey, it's saucy and it's chewy. What's in my mouth? It's gotta be dicks.
Dick's Pizza. There we go. All right, now we'll get back in. I'll cut that part out. All
okay.
Right. Yeah.
You want me to continue?
Gotta love the deep dick.
You want me to continue?
Yes.
Because I've got the only national female tag team of the year.
Okay.
And my female tag team of the year happens to be the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, Katana, Jansen, Gaden, Carter, or Flip Flop, and whatever.
Flip that.
You know what I'm talking about. They've been a tag team for a while. Yeah. So I'm hoping with them winning the tag team titles this past Monday, which would be whenever.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they can actually do something with them instead of finding another tag team under a rug somewhere and going, hey, you guys look like you could work together. We're going to put the titles on you. That don't work that way. So it was a toss up between them and MK Ultra.
I was going to say, I was surprised you didn't pick them because they're the ones that I picked.
It wasn't until recently that I realized that yes, MK Ultra, they don't. Once they're done taping at Impact, they go their separate ways. I've realized that after I got everything written down and everything's, it's like this is who I'm picking. I didn't realize that MK Ultra actually go places and basically face other women tag teams. So you could put the champs in and then put MK Ultra at a very close second, or maybe even right there.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
My choice with picking them is based solely off of Impact, not taking a factor into independence and all of that, because I can understand where you're coming from. That was just my little deal there. Now, I don't really have so much of a independent tag team of the year for the female side because, I don't know, maybe I need to be a little more educated on that. Whatever. Yeah. I can't know everything, damn it. But for independent tag team of the year, this, again, is something that I could struggle with a little bit because there are a lot of great independent wrestling tag teams out there. But for me and my money, I got to go with the Second Gear Crew.
Oh,
like the new team of Red with Ricky Shane Page, Alex Colon, and Macklin and them. Great team.
Oh yeah.
But since it only really became formed the last month or two of the year,
right?
That next year, who knows? I'm probably going to be talking about them for this.
Oh hell yeah!
But for this year, Second Gear Crew, they're literally a team all over the place. Yeah, they do their separate stuff, but they're also a team all over the damn country, going internationally in a lot of places. They're just, good Lord, you were there with me for that match at the last Revolver show.
The Home Depot tag team of the night.
Yeah, Home Depot match of the night. Yep. Good God, yeah. And Matthew Justice diving off a scaffold.
Matthew Justice getting suplexed off of the turnbuckles onto a guardrail.
Onto the guardrail. And then, God, what else was there? Macklin using a section of a door like a baseball bat. We were on the other side of the arena from that, but I showed you the damn video of it.
I'm still trying to figure out if you can hear our chanting.
Oh my God, that was insane. So I can't think of anybody else right now that I would put up there based on sheer fact of how widely used they are.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you got people like Violence is Forever. Great team. And just all over the place. A lot of great tag teams. Too many to really mention because, good Lord, the sheer amount of people I talk to, I'm forgetting some places like it's the fact that I can remember any names right now. I don't know. But that is it for me. I don't know about you.
Okay, so I'm not sure if we're going to do a promotion of the year.
I do have that. Yeah.
Okay, so I when it comes to indie promotions, I got large and I've got small.
Okay, I kind of just overall for me, but
large is also. A large indie promotion to me would be, like a Wrestling Revolver. You see guys there, but you're also going to see them on Impact. You're going to see them on MLW. You're going to see them, you might see them on AEW, but not in the same capacity as you see the other ones. A small one would be your smaller, companies, they're not well known. It's more guys that are coming out of a wrestling academy. So with that being said, my large indie tag team, it's a toss-up. I also have the Second Gear Crew, and I also have the GYV.
Okay. Now that they're getting back out
then I'm going to put them up there because they were released just a couple months ago, but they've been all over.
Yeah. You know what? I can't argue that one bit.
They've been all over. I think they were in Iowa and on December 2nd, and then I think like 2 days later, I think they were in Atlanta or someplace like that. They're going everywhere. It's like
everywhere.
Their time in WWE, they decided to try and gain back in 6 months.
Very true. Very true.
So,
and I guess for me, as far as the independent level, it goes, not to interrupt you, me on an independent level, no argument there. Really, the only thing that I would say Second Gear Crew over them is basically they're within the last couple of months of the year just getting back out there on the independent level. much like I said with the Red, the
Right.
Macklin and them, next year,
Oh God.
unless some national TV promotion snatches them up, we're probably going to be mentioning them next year. But as far as this year, yeah, for me, second gear crew. But
second gear crew
don't really get an argument for me there.
So, and my small Indy, this one, you're not going to argue with me on this one either. Okay, I'm going with the Crucible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No. The tag team, the Crucible. All right, Brixton Nash and Jameson McGregor, those guys up and down the Midwest, killing it, showing up to.
I can't argue that.
Showing up to Omaha, they got 3 damn belts. 3.
Yeah.
We've had other guys that were belt collectors in the Midwest. They never showed up to Omaha with all the championships. Here these guys are showing up going, this is why we're the best.
Yeah. I can't argue that. My only thing here, my literal only thing with them here, at least here in Omaha area, they don't really have a consistent tag team division.
No, they don't. That's the only problem. They gotta pull from Minnesota and Oklahoma and from the surrounding.
They're not going to be here consistently enough to really have them be in the tag team division. But yes, from thinking a wider range of stuff here, you won't get an argument from me there. Mm-hmm. They have been dominant all over the Midwest. Not an argument from me.
Even when they didn't have the tag titles, they were still dominant.
True. All right, now you know what, we kind of talked about a little bit, but we'll go into promotion of the year.
Okay.
National TV for me, it's kind of tied. The top 2 kind of tie for me. Because one, we're going to have an episode that we're going to call Hot Takes that we'll be recording tonight, but it'll be a future episode here. But not to go into too much of what I'll go into there, the competition between the two is making each of them think of how they need to improve.